Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I am Ronin. I have been playing Lost Ark PvP for 3 years and today I will share with you my all knowledge about PvP. If you still have a question mark after watching the video, you can come to my Discord server and we can talk always. First I want to say what I will explain to you friends in that video. PvP mods, CCMechanics and tiers, field of view, HideUI, specific skills to be more careful about, stats, PvPDamageBuff, TieBreakSystem, how you should use your Awakening, SpawnFire, and lastly PvP ranks, and I will show you shop. And let's start talking. In Lost Ark's arena, PvP is totally equalized, so if you are reach level 26, you can play PvP as much as you want. There is 3 normal modes. These are 3v3 team deathmatch, free for all, and 1v1 team elimination. We have only one ranked mod, that is 3v3 deathmatch 2. Also there is a mod which is 6 versus 6 like Guild War, but that mod only opens sometimes of the day. And lastly custom games, but you can't start custom games if you are not 6 premade. After that kinda quick introduction, let's start with the first thing you need to fully understand if you want to learn PvP. The most important thing about Lost Ark's PvP is absolutely CC mechanic and CC tiers. Also before the start talking about CC and CC protections, I want to say if you take combo from the enemy, after 4 seconds you will gain all immunity. Of course you will still take damage if they attack you, but they can't CC you more than 4 seconds, and of course you can't CC them too. There is 3 CC tiers and 3 CC protection tiers. First I will just tell their names, after that I will explain them. First, tier 1 CC, stagger, aka stiffness, probably called that stiffness in EUNA release. Tier 2 CC, push effect, knockdown and knockups. Tier 3 CC is hard CC. And tier 1 protection, stagger immunity, aka stiffness immunity. Tier 2 protection, tenacity, aka super armor. Tier 3 protection is all immunity. First, let me explain you tier 1 CC, stagger. I guess in EUNA they call that stiffness. So, that's not my bad. Stagger has 2 different types, soft stagger, aka hit stun effect, and hard stagger, aka paralyze. Let me explain you what soft stagger looks like. Skills like Blaster's Gatling gun, but probably we will call different name that skill. Because of that, just focus on the animation, not the names. Gatling gun has soft stagger. Soft stagger is really easy to evade from. You can just using your skills or even your auto attacks. You can evade from caught by soft stagger with that things. But of course, if you caught by even soft stagger, you can't use any skills or escapes. Hard stagger is different from soft stagger. Like I said before, you can avoid from soft stagger with every skill and even with your normal attacks, auto attacks. But hard stagger is a bit harder to evade from. You can avoid from hard stagger with only specific skills. You can learn that skills they have specific stagger immunity tripods, or it's right in the description of skill like stagger immunity, stiffness immunity. Stagger immunity is tier 1 protection. Also, of course, with tier 2 and tier 3 protection, you can dodge wall tier 1 CC. By the way, most of classes auto attacks has hard stagger. Only few exception like Sorceress, Bard, Soulfist, Blaster, Scouter, Hawkeye, and Summoners auto attacks. I guess if I don't forget other ones. Also, if you staggered by enemy for 3 seconds, it's force you down the ground, so don't forget that. And let's talk about tier 2 CC push effects, knockdown and knockups. In Lost Ark, so much skills has knockup or knockdown effect, even if skill doesn't have that effect normally. With some tripods, of course, if skill have that kind of tripods, you can use that CC. You can counter that CC with only tenacity, aka super armor skills. No skill has tier 2 protection normally, but you can take this protection with only from your from tripods, but most of identity skills has tier 2 protection, like Deathblade's identity, Summoner's identity, Blaster's identity, Shadowhunter's identity. Most of them has tier 2 protection. And the most annoying part, tier 3 CC. There is different hard CC types. These are stun, freeze, paralyze, fortification and earthquake. You can knock down or knock up targets when you hit them with hard CC normally, but you can't knock down or knock up freeze or fortification targets. Sorry for can't spell that, but it's really hard to spell and my native language is not English, so let's keep going. Also, if you or your teammate has hard CC'd a target, this target will gain 7 seconds hard CC immunity buff, so you can't hard CC chain them. Even if your teammate use a 3 seconds stun, if you hit your 1 second stun in that stun target after he's stunned by only 1 second, he will get out of here, he will not stay 3 seconds. So you need to be really careful when you use hard CC. You can counter these hard CC effects with only all immunity protection, which is tier 3 protection and very unique on game, on Lost Ark. I will tell which skills has all immunity. Space bar dash of all classes and ground space rolls. All awakening skills. Warlord aka Gunlancer's counterattack, and that is only skill has all immunity on game. And also Gunlancer identity shield area and one of his awakenings give all immunity for his whole team. Destroys identity area skill. Sorceress identity blink. Some buff skills like Bard shield can dodge one hard CC too. That is all I guess I can say about CC mechanics of Lost Ark PvP. For being clear, you can dodge all CC with their equal protection or higher. You can counter tier 1 CC with tier 1, 2 and tier 3 protection. You can counter tier 2 CC with tier 2 and tier 3 protection. But you can counter hard CC with only tier 3 protection. Let's continue with second topic. Field of view. That is important thing too, like CC mechanic, but I can't explain well without showing, and I can't show that without seeing somebody else's view. But I will explain quickly. In Lost Ark you can see more area when you use widescreen, but you don't need to widescreen monitor for that. You can go settings and open force 21 and 9 ratio setting. Of course you will see black bars sadly, but that is a really important thing on PvP. Also, even if you have a widescreen monitor, you can use force widescreen settings too for ultra widescreen. Also, don't forget in PvP there is some angles, even if you don't see enemy they can see you, and or when they don't see you, you can see them. I wish I can show something more about field of view, but I think Lin do a really great video about field of view. You can watch that from him. Of course, after finish to watch my video. Other topic is very short, but they ask me so much, so I want to talk about that too. In Lost Ark, UI takes many viewing angles. So for hiding UI, you can use Alt plus X shortcut key. You can hide more depending on how many times you press that. But of course, I recommend don't hide your skill bar. And another important topic is, in Lost Ark's PvP you should be more careful against some skills. I will try to explain that skills. Of course, there is tons of skills. I can't explain every skill, but I will explain. First one is Bard's hard CC shield for team. When Bard use that, you can't hard CC her and her team. But of course, that is only one stack. After one hard CC, you can still hard CC them. Second one is Soul Fist, Paladin, and War Dancer's damage reduction skills for team. Don't try to burst them when they have that buffs. Of course, you can deal good amount of damage still, but it's better to wait for ending that skills if you can. Third one is Gunlancer's team shield. Don't try to break that shield because 90% you can't 90% you can't break that, because they don't gain on the shield. They gain damage reduction buff too, plus the shield. For that you can't deal that much damage to them, so don't try that. Fourth one is Rhapsody skill of Bard. Of course, name will be different, so focus on the animations. If you see Bard use that skill on her teammate, don't try to deal damage. Just don't. Her teammate will gain shield and 90% damage reduction buff. It's literally make her teammate immortal. Also, she gained 50% damage reduction too. If she can land that, but you can hard CC the Bard for stop that skill, because she can't move when she using that. But she takes super armor. If she takes super armor tripod, you can knock down or knock up her. So be careful about that. Fifth one is almost same like Bard's Rhapsody. It's Paladin's Ruffian. Of course, name will be probably changed in EU. So, like I said, focus on animations. It's same like Bard's Rhapsody, but difference is you can knock down or knock up Paladin when he use that. Also, Paladin take more damage reduction compared to Bard. I think 70%, if I'm not wrong. And last one I want to mention is Destroyer's Underpain skill, but of course we will not get him on release. Nice. But quickly, if you see Destroyer use that skill, don't try to fight. It's so simple. You can only tier 3 CC him and he gain 90% damage reduction buff with shield. Just hard CC him and run away from from Destroyer. And another topic is stats. Stats really important. I will make a video about stats too. In video I will give stat distribution for all classes, like what stats you should use on demonic, I mean, like that. In there I will shortly explain stats. In PvP we have 1250 points, but you can use maximum 1k point for one stat. But in Korea, after PvP changes, they down maximum point to 1k, and the max point for one stat is 750. So let me explain shortly. Grid, there is stats, grid, specialization aka specialty, domination aka subdue, swiftness aka agility, endurance, and expertise aka proficiency. Grid has 2x multiplier on PV, but in PV only 1.5 multiplier, so we don't use that much, but of course some class use grid too. I will explain that on my stat video. Specialization is you gain benefits depend on your identity. It's different for all classes, but one same thing is specialization increase awakening skill damage for all classes. And domination. Domination is means when you immobilize the enemy, you will deal more damage to them. That is a really good start for PvP, but you need to know that did not work for staggered targets. It's work only for tier 2 or tier 3 CC'd enemies. And the main stat probably is swiftness, agility. Agility is probably the main stat for PvP. It's give you attack speed, move speed, and cooldown reduction. And endurance. Endurance is give you damage reduction, and also you gain shield and heal effect increase for yourself. Expertise is your CC duration to apply enemies will increase, and enemy CC duration when they apply to you will decrease. That is all, I guess. Like I said, I will make a different video for stats, like which stats you should for all classes. So keep going. And another game-changing topic is PvPDamageBuff. On 3v3 in last minute, sorry, in last minute you will gain 20% increased damage and 25% crit chance buff. So that is really important for comebacks. Also, if you can use that minute really well, you can deal insane amount of damage. So you can deal high damage games in PvP. Also, of course, your enemies will deal so much damage too, like you. So you need to be careful too. Also, for other game modes, you will gain cooldown reduction buff in 1v1 team elimination mode. I mean, last man standing in last 30 seconds. And in free for all game mode, damage buff spawn on middle start of the game. So that's all, I guess. PvPDamageBuff. And TieBreakSystem. In Korea, actually, when kills are equal, game is not finished for 30 seconds. Even it's equal again, it's going to golden kill. I mean, first tie will lose the game. But probably in EU, of course, I am not sure. Maybe they can bring EU the updated version. I mean, Korean version. But in Russia, if your team's kill are equal to enemy team, winner team will decide with battle point, and mostly if your team has more assets totally, you will win. And that is TieBreakSystem. And now let's talk about how you friends should use your awakening skills. First, you need to buy call shards from general merchant for using that awakening skills. So don't forget to buy them before you're doing PP or raids. Awakening skills is really important skills for winning on PvP. As you can guess, it's really good to use your awakening on last minute because of huge damage buff. But that is really risky too, because sometimes you can find good positions only in 1 minute. I live that so much. Of course, it's depend on your class, but it's if your awakening focus on just damage, like Deathblade's awakening, Scrapper's awakening, it's better to use in last minute. But of course, if you are sure you will hit more than 2 enemies and they don't have any damage reduction, protection skills, just use awakenings. It's really worth to use. Also, don't forget, you have all immunity when using awakening, but you can take damage as well. So if you are low HP, they can kill you when you cast your awakening skill. So don't forget that. Don't try to use your awakening when you are low HP. Lastly, about awakening skills, if you are Shadow Hunter or Berserker, try to not use your awakening when you are on 30 seconds identity break. In PvP, after your transform, you can't gain any gouge for 30 seconds, and that class's awakenings almost feel complete passive. I mean identity. But if you are in that 30 seconds, you will not get any identity gouge. So be careful about that. Another topic is SpawnFire. If I'm not wrong, after 1 minute in arena, you will see SpawnFire. Its still damage depend on your current health, not maximum health. Current health. That means if you are low health, fire will not deal that much damage. If you are max health, it deals so much damage. If you can push your enemy or CC the enemy when they have more health percentage than you, it's good to stay on fire. So you can utilize that fire. And finally, PvPShop. You will start the arena with grade 20, I guess they call that tier 20 in EUNA. After some games, I guess it's take 30 game, you will reach ranked grade, I guess they called that tier 1 in EUNA. Then you can play ranked, but I don't know, they will open the ranked season from the first day, or they will open in next weeks, I don't know. After you reach tier 1, Your grade will change weekly, depend on your percentage. I mean, if you play so much, you will gain more grade. And you gain tokens from playing and weekly rewards. And let me show you PvPShop and finish the video. And friends, that is all I guess. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoy, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching me. Have a nice day. See you soon.